It is now live. Okay. Happy New Year's to you and all. This is the last video, the last YouTube video for 2016. And don't really have a plan. I got a haircut today, and I'm just going to go ahead and let you know it's glorious. I wasn't going to cut my hair. I'm just going to be real honest with you about that. I was going to let it grow out and maybe color it or something. And, I got up today and I said to myself, Self, your hair is a hot mess. And so the lady who's been doing my hair went to the mall today. Didn't even offer to take me with her. And so I messaged Maddie's mother to see if she was working. Well, apparently she was not, but her sister was. So I went and had her sister cut my hair. And I'm just going to go ahead and let you know, fabulous. And this is exactly how I love my hair cut. And I don't care. I don't care. It's so short. We can put a guard back there because that's what I wanted. This is my favorite way to wear my hair. And that's something, going into 2017, I'm going to do the things that I want to do. I'm going to do the things that make me happy. I'm going to do the things that I like. And because I believe this, and I'm going to continue to chew my backer, because I did quit smoking, and that has been glorious. But I do chew my backer. And while that might be gross to some, smoking's gross. So at least this way, it doesn't offend and affect everybody. So if you don't like it, tough. If you don't like my short hair, tough. Because I like it. But anyway, I think that's going to be a trend for me in the 2017 to just do the things that bring me peace and joy and happiness. Because I think that when we do that, we emit an aura of happiness and peace and joy to other people. I think that life is entirely too short to try to do the things and do everything to please everybody else and to do things that because you think it's going to make somebody else happy or you think it's going to make somebody else love you or like you or no. Here's my thing. If you just be your most true, authentic self and you do the things that make you truly happy, people will be drawn to you regardless. So, and this is great. She did great. So, and it's crazy because if you look at my hair on the back and the sides, my hair really is gray, but you can't tell it really from the top. I mean, if you look really close, you can, but for now, it obviously looks, there's hair there. It's just white. It's weird. I'm weird. I hope that you guys are all having a good day. I hope that you have good plans for the New Year's. I had wanted to have some New Year's times with a friend of mine, but I guess they're either doing something else or because I've not really heard from them. So, which is fine because you know what? I'm all about naps and sleeping. I need to be all about cleaning, but I just can't seem to make myself get there. I finally found out what size shirts I need to order to fit me. This one apparently does not. It doesn't. It's actually too big. So, but I found that if I order just the 3 extra big shirts for now, this is like the 4 extra long, and it's a dress, which is comfortable. I'm not complaining, but But anyway, what else am I thankful for? I'm thankful for everything, really. I kind of am. Lots happened this year. My car, Mahalia Jackson, 2004 to 2016. And as a matter of fact, I probably need to make a post, in memoriam post, because she succumbed to rust this year. Code Lover, which made me have to buy a new one, which I did not plan to do, which I love. I do love her. Love the new car. It's fantastic. Hadn't planned on it. Do miss Mahalia sometimes. The new one's very fancy. It's a luxury mobile, and I'm very blessed. I'm just glad to have something to get around in. So, I got a new phone, and I'm going to be honest with you. I can't say that I love this little chunky kid on here. I don't know if you can see it good or not. Yeah, I don't love this phone. And I always have my volume turned down, which is why I never hear anybody calling me. I just don't know. I'm so used. I had a Samsung, and I've had a Samsung for years. I don't think you can see that good though. That's Alicia's little boy, in case you can't see it. And boy, I love that kid so good. But anyway, the things that I like about this phone is that it does have an amazing camera on it. And I can get Siri to call me names. She'll pretty much call you any name that you tell her to call you. And it's kind of funny. And if you call her a whore, she'll tell you that that's not nice. Like I didn't know that already. I would show you all what I got her to call me, but it might offend some people. I think it's funny. But well, maybe I should. All right. You want to know what I got her to call me? I'm going to tell you. And it's Siri saying it. It's not me. Hey, Siri.
Siri here. How may I help you?
Siri, what's my name?
You're Kimberly. But since we're friends, I get to call you Pussy Face.
Siri, I'm kind of a 12-year-old boy, don't you think? No? Nothing? She's ignoring me now. Are you still there, Siri? It's not like I told you to shut your whore mouth. She's out. She's done. Oh, there it is. He's eating his lunch. Lord, I'm going to pinch his face off. But anyway, so yeah, I can get Siri to call me names. And that, to me, that's funny. But I don't know how to work this phone. I can't know nothing about it. I can take pictures. And that's about it. That's about it. I can't even find my password for my interwebs. I bet that's why she wasn't working. I can't even find my password for my interwebs to even hook my phone up to it. So that's probably why she wouldn't answer me again. So we're lucky that she answered, that she called me the name. The battery is good on it. The battery's better on it than the other phone I had. But anyway, let's see what else. I was going to make a post yesterday. I'd actually started it. And honey got almost done with it. And then I kid you not, I don't know what, I hit my big freaking hamburger helper hands. I hit something and went through this big hoopla mess and locked myself out of it was a mess. And by the time I found my way back, the post that I was making, gone. So, but it was something to the effect of all these people, all these celebrities that have died. And I knew what I was going to see. I knew that I was going to see all these people start posting about, you know, these soldiers and firemen and police and first responders and stuff, you know, who have died and how nobody has recognized them and how they're the true heroes and that these famous people are just, they're nothing and they haven't contributed anything and that people need to really worship the real heroes and stuff. And that irritates me. That's always irritated me, because here's the thing. I'm all about supporting and recognizing the police and the military. And I think heroes take many shapes and many forms, and I think that all lives are beautiful and all lives matter. I don't think that God's making a distinction up there over who's important and who's not, and what's considered heroic and what's not considered heroic, and who's important, who's expendable. Jesus doesn't make that distinction. I think in his eyes, we're all his children, and he loves all of us. And anytime one of us leave this world to go be with him, it's a moment to rejoice, but we're sad because they're no longer here. And I think that when we look at these people who entertain us, we live in this world where there is so much ugly, and there's wars, and there's fighting, and there's all these things that can level us completely. But these people that have the gift of being able to entertain and to kind of take your mind away from all the things that are horrible and ugly. And I think that singers do that. I think that actors do that. I think comedians do that. And the thing of it is that even aside from those gifts they have and those contributions they've made, they're still people too. They're still somebody's mother, father, brother, sister, uncle, whomever. And I just get so irritated and annoyed when people want to sit and make comparisons and distinctions, and the post that I made yesterday at the very beginning of it, I prefaced it with, it's going to be rambly. So, if you're not in the mood to pay attention or listen to it, keep scrolling through the cat video. So I guess I'll give that disclaimer now. If this little rant is too much, then there's plenty of cat videos out there that I'm sure watching. So please take this opportunity to go do that. This is just me ranting. But it's just, there's just certain things that really annoy me, and that's one of them. And the people that talk about all these dangerous jobs, and some people even say that my job is dangerous. And honey, in this day and age with people as crazy as they are, any job's dangerous. Honey, you can't even work in a damn gas station these days without fear of somebody coming in and shooting you. And you know what? So maybe my job every once in a while, I guess maybe it could be dangerous. But more often than not, I'm getting paid to take naps. And I'm getting paid to take your great Aunt Pretty to the hospital and to get her bursitis checked. And, so I'm not a hero, and I'm not what I do for a living. People in this field that start this, oh, nobody knows the things that we've seen and all this. You know what? Listen, everybody sees stuff. Everybody sees stuff that they don't want to see. The reason that I do this job, the reason I'm in this field, isn't because I want people to pat me on the back or to tell me that I'm a hero or to tell. Listen, the reason I'm in this field is because I like to help people. I like to help people. And because I failed quantitative reasoning 3 times in a row, and that effectively ended my college career. And also my teaching degree, because for some reason, the good folk at Marshall University decided that it would be part of the curriculum that I would have to pass the quantitative reasoning. And if anybody who knows me, they will tell you that I am a math idiot, that it took me 6 times to pass algebra. And the only reason that I passed it that 6th time is because I flirted with the teacher, and I think she felt sorry for me. So that's why I do what I do. And because the strip clubs cannot handle this much lusciousness. I showed up there, honey, and I said, you know what? I'm about to shake my groove thing for you all. Them other women up in that club was so jealous. I mean, you could just see the hate in their eyes. And I didn't feel safe. It did feel like a hostile work environment. So I left, and I said, you know what? I'm going to help people. So here I am, over a decade later, rocking out this whole, let me put a Band-Aid on you, boo-boo. Do it in style, honey. Do it in style. But yeah, listen, we all have, everybody has their, with their job, and there is no job in this world that isn't without something. You think about these school teachers who have to see these kids who come to school who they know that are being abused, and how it hurts their heart, and having to get all that mess, or these little kids that they can't reach, these little kids that they look at and they just know you're going to be in the penitentiary when you get older. I can just feel it, knowing that they can't do anything about it. Who are trying to shape these children and put these children on a good path, and then they release them back to a home environment that is not conducive to a good path. What can you imagine what kind of a torment that would be? You know what I'm saying? It's just, everybody, listen, we all have our cross to bear. We all have our cross to bear. I choose to do this job. No one put a gun to my head and said, hey, and quite frankly, the only thing that really is taxing a lot about this job is just physical. I'm old and I'm fat. But you know what? I'd say the people at the Walmart's putting up the Pampers on the shelf, some of them Pampers is heavy. Because some babies is fat and they pee a lot and they need big absorbent Pampers. Well, hey, them things ain't light. We all got a cross to bear, children. We all got a cross to bear. So, but I just hate that people want to compare and this and that. Listen, like I said, we all God's children. We all worthy. We all matter. It don't matter what we do. It don't matter if you sell hot dog wieners. It don't matter if you're a soldier. We all value. We're not defined by what we do. We're not defined by how much money we have. Being the richest man in the graveyard doesn't really amount to much, does it? No, I'll answer that for you. It does not. Our soldiers are heroic. They're brave and beautiful men and women who protect this country. Same with the police officers, same with the first responders. Everybody has a contribution to make. And I just think that when a life is lost, it's a life that is lost. And it's not about, the people that are posting all this stuff, you don't see them any other time posting about these lives lost. You don't see them posting and lamenting about, oh my God, this is so horrible. But when these celebrities die, then they want to pop up. Well, what about these soldiers? Well, honey, you wasn't posting about them yesterday, so what you going to do it now for? Trying to act all superior. Jesus, honey, it's a good thing that Jesus don't do that, isn't it? Good thing that Jesus ain't making himself feel all superior and trying to distinguish between who's what and who's important. Thank God. Amen. But anyway, a lot of people, they feel like the 2016 wasn't very kind to them. On to King's Daughter, 7:30. Oh, I worked that day, man. I lost my train of thought. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So some people feel that 2016 was kind to them. Some think it was not. But what we do know and what we can count on is that tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow begins a new year. 365 days, be the good Lord's willing, and the creek don't rise, that we have to do over, to try again, to be better, to be kinder, to be nicer, to be more of a blessing. That's all anybody can hope for, We talk about being that change that we wish to see in the world, and that's truly what it boils down to. It's not about how one person can fix everything wrong with the world. That's never going to happen. But if each person does their part, you see, and if each person tries to be as kind as they can and loving as they can. I was at the Chop Suey Palace today, and I did drop my egg roll. I did. I had three. Well, they were spring rolls. I don't like egg rolls. I like spring rolls, but no, only if they've got the meat. I don't like the spring rolls with the cabbage. Those are gross. But I had three, and I had every intention of eating all three, but I dropped one on their nice carpet, and I was like, what do I do? What do I do? So I admit, I tried to nudge it, and some of the outsides come off of it, and I was like, ugh. So I picked it up. Amen. And I picked it up and I put it on the table. Well, and I always bring my own beverage. I always go, if you've ever gone out to eat with me, I always try to bring my own beverage because I don't love fountain sodas. And there's certain places the fountain soda is hideous. And regrettably, the Chop Suey Palace is one of those places. Their drinks taste like poverty and despair. I don't like them, so therefore I bring my own. Well, which you know what? It helps them not to go get me extra refills. I bring my own. I'm helping you. Well, anyway, and I like to sit in the very, very back of the restaurant, facing, so I can see. So I picked up the egg roll. I didn't pick up all the crumbs. I mean, come on. So I sit down. I'm trying to enjoy what's left of my spring rolls. And here come that waitress, giving me the stink eye, looking down at them crumbs on the floor, then looking at me. And I'm like, and I said, I dropped it. I'm sorry. And she just looks at me. And then she looks at my bottle of soda sitting there. And I kid you not, she looks at it like, and I said, may I have a cup of ice, please? Well, that was the last I saw of her. Well, she brought the ice. She didn't come back and check on me. Mm-hmm. She didn't come back and say, how is everything? Not for me. She didn't, do you need an extra napkin? You messy American. She said nothing of the sort to me. Tables around me. Oh, she was, and in a way, I guess I shouldn't be complaining because I don't like it when they bother me too much. See, it. But anyway, she checked on everybody else. Everybody brought them their tickets and stuff. And I thought, she's mad at me for dropping that egg roll and for bringing my own soda. I wasn't trying to be a soda snob. It's just that I want to have a deliciously refreshing beverage to accompany my succulent Chinese meal. I don't want a fountain soda that tastes like crap. I don't want that. So I just got up and left. I mean, I did eat my 2 plates. I could have eaten a third. I could have. But I thought, you know what? No, I'm leaving. But I'll tell you what I did. Now, I could have been mean. I could have made a big mess. I'm not a real messy person at the restaurants. So I had eaten everything off my 2 plates. Okay, I didn't leave a big, I don't do that. I'm not one of the people who goes to a Chinese plate and leaves a whole plate of food. That kills my soul. It's a waste. The food. I will eat until I'm sick before I will waste food, which is why I usually will just get a couple of things on a plate at a time. But anyway, I digress. So what I did, I had one little chicken bone, and I put it in the napkin, rolled up with my straw, and I put it to the side of the table, and I finished all my beverage in my glass. So I put my cup of ice there, and I tipped her $5. Okay, that's what I did. Because my thing is this, and the point that I'm trying to make is this. Ugly begets ugly. Can we agree on that? She wasn't very nice to me. Now, like I said, I'm a fatty. I didn't drop that roll on purpose. I wanted to eat that spring roll. And I'll be honest with you, if I can admit it here, I thought about the 5-second rule, but then I thought, ugh, everybody and their brother stepped on this carpet, and what if they've stepped in like poo or something? I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. So, but I didn't do it on purpose. But then she's going to be hateful to me. Now, what normally would have happened is somebody be hateful back to her, and then just this big hateful cycle. But I thought, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to end the year on a high note and begin the year on a high note and just try to keep the high notes coming. So I did. I cleaned up my mess. I made it very easy for her to clear the table, and I left her $5. Even though she didn't earn that $5. I mean, she did. She or whatever bringing a cup of ice is worth, which I don't know the fair market value on bringing a person a cup of ice, but I know it's not $5. But that's what she got anyway. So as I was leaving with no ticket, because she didn't bring me one, everybody else got one, I didn't. She looks at me and she says, "Oh, you're finished?" I said, "Mm-hmm," and just kept on walking because I'm still petty. Still won't pout. I'll leave you $5, but I'm still going to be like, mm-hmm. So as I go up to the counter here, she comes running with my tray, with my thing on it, and my fortune cookie, which I never eat the fortune cookie. I don't like them. Chocolate ones, but you don't get chocolate ones around here. But if you can get a chocolate one, those are delicious. The regular ones, Well, anyway, the cashier asked me if everything was okay. And I'll be honest with you, I said, yeah, it was. I said, the service wasn't the best. I'm going to lie to you. She said, oh, you didn't get your refills? I said, well, I didn't even need refills. I brought my own. I said, but that's okay. Maybe she was having a bad day. I don't think she's going to get in trouble, which that wasn't my intention, because the lady behind the counter acted like she really didn't care either. But that's okay. I thought about pooping in their floor before I left. But then that would have defeated the purpose of trying to be kind. It would have. But anywho. All right, so that's enough rambling, I think. I don't really think that this video accomplishes summarizing 2016. I think that it was more of just my incoherent attention deficit rambling is what I think it was, but that's okay. That's what I've done all year long on my videos. I don't really see the need for cohesion ending the year. So there it is. And again, you're not being made to watch this. You're not. So all right. So now I'm going to try to decide whether or not to nap or try to clean on my apartment. See, I get excited and think, oh, I'm going to clean. And then I just somehow end up asleep. But anyway, I love y'all. Happy New Year. And I posted my phone number, my home phone number on my wall. If you happen to be out and you're drinking, don't be driving. Don't be getting behind. I've only had 2. I can drive. Don't do that. Okay. Because that's stupid. You're putting yourself and the others around you at risk. So do not drink and drive. Honey, listen, if you want to drink until you're a slopopotamus, you go right ahead, but make sure you're spending the night wherever you are, or make sure you got somebody that's going to take you home. Okay? You can call me. Like I said, my phone number I put on my Facebook wall. If you're out and you've imbibed too much and you need a ride home, call me. I will come fetch you, but you best not vomit or poop in my car, because it's going to be bad times for you if you do. So there it is. But otherwise, Happy New Year. Love you all. And take care.